and welcome to another video. I've decided to do the Booktube newbie tag since I've only done like 3 or 4 videos so far and I am pretty new to it all, so I figured the best thing to do would be to do the Booktube newbie tag. So let's go straight into it. The first question is, why did you start this channel? And I started this channel mainly because I love watching other people talk about books, and discovered Booktube fairly recently actually, and it's been a great way to find out about new books that I might be interested in reading. I've discovered a couple of new favourites, new authors that I'd never even heard of before, and I just wanted to be part of that community, so I thought if I could start my own channel, that might be a good way to do it. Question number 2 is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? Honestly, I'm not really sure. Maybe, I mean, they just seem to be in a lot of American booktubers. Not to say there aren't British ones, there are, but maybe I can help up the ante a bit for the British booktubers. I don't know, I wanted to talk about books. I like talking about books, and yeah, so hopefully I'll find something fun and unique and people will like it and hopefully want to watch me. Question number 3 is, what are you most excited for about this channel? And it's literally being part of the community. I love watching Booktube videos. I love talking about books and having others talk to me. I try to comment more. I'm generally quite a shy person, so I don't always get out there, but I do try to comment as much as possible and connect with others on Twitter and Goodreads, and recently Instagram as well. So yeah, being part of the community is one of the big things that I'm looking forward to. Number 4 is, why do you love reading? That's a really difficult question to answer because I've always read. Ever since I was a kid, my parents taught me to read before I went to school. So yeah, a big thing is probably from my mum. She's always read too. So yeah, I'm not sure why I love reading. I just do. I love the escapism, the magic, the way you can just get lost and forget about the world in a good book. That's probably why I love reading. Question number 5 is, what books or series got you into reading? Like I say, I learnt to read before I went to school. So back then it was probably Enid Blyton, Roald Dahl, those kind of books. They're the series that I remember getting into, and also Farthing Wood. Yeah, the one that sticks out most, probably the earliest one that I remember properly reading and just loving, is a book by Enid Blyton called Children of Cherry Tree Farm, and that captured my imagination when I was younger, and yeah, that's the earliest memory I have. What questions would you ask your favourite booktubers? I have no idea. It probably depends on the subject, maybe, like the book series or anything. I mean, I watch a lot of booktubers, and generally, yeah, I don't know really if I'd ask them anything specific other than just like, you know, general chit chat, get to know you kind of thing. Maybe that would be it. Maybe I would ask questions just to get to know them on a more personal level rather than you know, any specific book related questions. It'd probably be like just to see if we could get on like as friends. I don't know, maybe that's a silly answer, but that's the only thing I can think of. Question 7 is, what challenges do you think there will be in the future? What challenges do you think will be the hardest? Starting a Booktube channel will be the hardest. Probably my shyness. I'm not overly confident. I'm not used to this camera thing at all. I'm not overly confident, or I don't know, it just feels weird to be stood here in my bedroom talking to my phone at the moment. So yeah, it's probably going to be that, and I'm not going to look professional at all because I have no video editing skills or anything like that. It's literally just me in my bedroom with my phone talking about books. So that's probably going to be the hardest thing, is getting used to actually talking to my phone and not thinking that I'm going crazy. Number 8, when did you start reading? Again, I've already said my parents taught me to read before I went to school, so I can't actually remember a time where I haven't read. And I read too as well from a very young age. You know, one of my earliest memories is of going to bed at night and one or the other of my parents taking turns reading to me, and then obviously when I started reading I would read as well. So yeah, I can't really remember a time when I haven't read. Number 9 is, where do you read? I read anywhere really. I prefer my bedroom, mainly because I use it as a way to chill out before bed. So I'll have my bedside lamp and a candle generally burning, just to make the room smell nice and, you know, just get that more of a chilled atmosphere. And I try to put my phone to one side. It is quite difficult sometimes because obviously if I've just finished a book or anything, then I'll want to talk to people, and the easiest way is just to Facebook message my best friend, whether she's watched it or not, and just be like, oh my god, you won't believe this, you have to read this book. So her TBR list is growing the more I read. But yeah, I like my bedroom to read, to chill out, but the living room is also somewhere where I read. Generally when there's like rubbish on the telly and my parents are watching it, I'll read, or if it's something distracting, I'll put my headphones in and listen to soundtracks mainly, because yeah, that's the easiest things I find to listen to, is things without words. I can't listen to things with words when I'm reading. But yeah, anywhere in my home really. I read at work sometimes on my Kindle, or on the train, long journeys, that tends to be one. Obviously not when I'm driving because that would be dangerous. But yeah, long journey, mainly at home, but also long journeys if I'm on my Kindle. And the final question is, what kind of books do you like to read? And my genre of choice tends to be YA, fantasy and science fiction. More on the fantasy than science fiction, though I am delving more into it. I have read a few adult books as well. I don't like ignore them. I just find YA not necessarily easier to read, but sometimes just more enjoyable to read. It's not, they can be complex obviously, but I find the level of complexity different with adult books than they are with YA. But yeah, that is my genre of choice, is fantasy and science fiction, whether it YA or adult. So yeah, so that was my Booktube newbie tag. I hope I did okay, and I hope people enjoy watching it, and I'll see you soon. Bye!